Good morning everyone and welcome back to our farm here today. So this week is the start of all the big jobs that we need to get done for the next couple of weeks. So next couple of weeks are going to be busy. So first jobs now we have to do out in the field is we have to get all these timbers now all put back down because we have all the green stuff now starting to come up. So we'll get that done and then we can start moving snails into these pins and that'll be ready and done for another season coming up. Then we have to go over to the far pin and we have to start harvesting snails out of that now because we have big orders in. And once we get these snails out of here that are ready to go, then we can start taking that out and changing that and getting that ready for the new season as well. So that's going to be a big job. But first now we have to gather snails to get over to England for orders from England, and then we have to go and collect even more snails again after that, just to send off to breeders to two farms that are looking for breeding snails. So we'll be clearing out a fair amount of snails now here for the next week or so, and once we have them gone, then the next stage is to start our own season with the new pins over here and get that ready and set up. And once that's ready and set up, then we're going to be on the right road and 2021 will be well on its way. Now, so the first orders today now are the ones that we'll get ready for the restaurants in London. This is a 25 kg order now, just going to one restaurant so far. So we'll get these sorted first and get these ready and have them ready for collecting tomorrow, and they'll be up and on the way to England. So we'll sort through these now and pick these ones first. Once we've this done and boxed up and ready for collection, then we can move on to collecting the breeders for the other farms. So let's go. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, as it's the only way you're going to keep up to date on everything that we're doing here on our farms, all the behind the scenes and everyday stuff. So if you don't hit the subscribe button, you won't get new notifications of the new videos that we're putting up. So I'll give you a few minutes now just to hit that button. I don't know how long it takes, but once you hit that button, you'll keep up to date. So thanks a million everyone. So we're doing two things at the same time now here. We're going through these because these are already purged and everything, so they're ready to go. We have these already here sitting purging. So we're going through now, picking out the ones going to restaurants, and we're picking out the ones going to the breeding snails that are going to farms as well. So we're doing two different, separating down, going through them and picking out two different places to where they're going to. So as I said, these are already purged and ready to go, so everything is ready to rock. So we're heading out the field now to go and collect breeders. And the difference between getting breeders now and getting breeders before the start of breeding season is that when we send out breeders before the start of breeding season, they're not pregnant. We just send snails that are ready to go once breeding season starts. And the difference with getting them that few weeks later is that now we can go through them and pick out snails that are already pregnant. And by doing it that way, when the farm gets them, they're ready to already lay snails and get going. So that saves a few weeks waiting for them. So we like doing it this way. So at least this way now we can hand pick them and pick out as many pregnant ones first as we can, so we can send them already pregnant. So day 2, and we're back to the rain now again today here. Welcome to Ireland. So day 3, and we got a nice bit of work now done yesterday in collecting and harvesting snails, even in the rain, which is never ideal. When you collect them in wet weather, it's harder to get them dried off. So the ideal time to harvest is 2 days of dry weather, because it's just easier to work and handle them. But we're in Ireland, so 2 days rain-free is a hard thing to get. So when we get orders in, we just have to harvest. So what we've done now yesterday when we collected them in the morning is that we just put them into boxes like this, and we left them this way just so that they can dry off and have 24 hours there just to dry off in a warm, dry shed warehouse. So they're just drying off now here at the minute. So what we have to do now is just get these into bags, weigh them and see what's in it, and then go back out in the field and collect a lot more snails. So let's get ready and go for day 3. Now, so what we're going to be doing now is just taking these out and putting them into bags, knitting them up and counting out 5 kg bags. So that's just now what today is going to be about. Now, so we have this one bagged up now to what I think is around 5 kgs, and this is just from experience more than anything else. So we'll just put them on the weighing scale now, and we'll find out what they are. So 550, yeah, 548. Wasn't that far out just by weighing them by hand. So that's the first bag done. So now we'll just start bagging up more into the 5 kg bags. So with the second bag, let's get this weighed. So we 5.5 again. Perfect. Bag 3. Now, so we've all yesterday's ones bagged up and weighed. So now it's time to hit the field again and start harvesting and collecting and bringing in some more. So that's what we're doing now. So let's go. So this is all today's work now done here. A lot of work done now today gathering all these. So it's time now to put the London order into its box and get it ready to go to London tomorrow morning. So with the box here. So we'll just get snails into it, pack them up and get them ready, and then with these ones here we can go and put them into crates just so they're nice, neat and tidy. It's nice to see all your work stacked up like that. Now, so that's it for one day. We'll be back again for day 4 tomorrow, and we'll get more snails collected in the field and brought in and do the same thing and just get them neatly stacked up by tomorrow evening. So day 4 in the field. So we're just going to run through now to the last harvest, which will be kind of the last harvest we do now for a few months coming up. Get rid of the last bunch that are ready to go, get them in the shed, and just do the same thing all over again today. So let's go gathering. Now, so we're back in the shed now again. We just have to weigh these and bag these and get these ready. So here we go again. Now, so these are the snails now that we gathered this week, ready to go out to a farm. These are all our breeding snails now here. They're being collected now in just a few hours. And we have to get a few more bags of meal now because he needs meal as well. So we'll just gather the meal now and have these ready here for when he comes to collect them. They're happy snails, going to a lovely new home for breeding season. So we'll wrap up this video now here this week because I don't want it to be going on way too long. So again, we'll have more videos coming up, finishing off what we've started. But for this week now, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks a million for everyone for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you get to see the next new videos coming up. And we'll talk to you all again real soon. Thanks.